Subnautica 2 just launched in early access yesterday. I got to spend 5 hours in the game, and if you want to know whether to buy it already and spend your hard-earned money on it or just wait a little bit longer, here is my honest opinion. And if you're afraid of spoilers, don't worry, I will try my best to keep the first part of this video as spoilers-free as I can. But if you are interested in what the game has to offer and what mechanics has changed and the new things in this game, then please keep on watching. Is the game worth buying at this point? The game in its early access state offers you 15 hour-ish of story, and it will get updated along the way using user feedback. You will get new biome, new story, new leviathans, beasts and stuff. In my opinion, one of the biggest downside of Subnautica 1 and below 0 is being able to play the story only once. I mean, you can still play the story, you can still try to play it in hard mode, but you know, the magic of the story is lost after the first time. So playing it early access gives me the best excuse to replay it every time and discovering more of the game. So if you're like me and enjoying replaying the game, then this early access might be for you. But do you rather play the game in one go without all interruptions and having to start again every single time? Then maybe buy it once it comes out. Subnautica 2 looks amazing. It runs smooth, and honestly, I had almost no bugs. At least that I have discovered so far. I did see there was an issue about text showing up every time I got into my base, and certain areas that are cleared without spoiling too much of the story. Once you return to it, it will still show up as uncleared and will give you the message to clear it again or that there is an issue. You get to build the base and discover quite a few biomes already with all unique fauna and flora that are completely new and fresh. Nothing you can really compare from the previous games. The world feels lived in and has quite a lot to offer. I don't feel like this is a pre-alpha thing where they just, made the game and just think of upgrading along the way. I feel if I would play this without knowing it was an early access, this feels really polished. There's already quite a bit of the story you get to discover by exploring the world, finding PDA entries, finding black boxes, and everything is voice acted, which is a really nice thing. There is definitely more than enough to discover and to scan in the ocean. They also added new ways to traverse the ocean, which makes it again so fresh and so new. And they fixed quite a new mechanics that were honestly missing from the first game. Also, being able to play co-op with your friends is quite a game changer, even though I haven't tried it out personally, so I have no idea if that is good, if it's bug-free. To me, Subnautica has been a solo adventure for forever, and I don't know, I feel like I want to keep it that way. The other thing I noticed is your PDA doesn't always have all the entries, and it says that it will be added later, which honestly is not such a big deal. But I spent 5 hours playing it, I've been enjoying it so much, and there seems to be still so much more to go. I did take a lot of time just discovering, building my base, finding resources mostly. So that's so far for the spoiler-free first 5 hours of Subnautica 2. Now, I might end into spoiler categories, even though I don't want to go into real spoilers, because I feel like that's not really useful to anybody. So Subnautica, again, offers quite a few new mechanics and a brand new story. The story goes that you get a second chance at life by Altera, and you are sent on your way in a colony ship called Cicada. But something goes wrong and you crash land on a strange planet. It seems that the AI thinks that you need to do something there. First thing you discover is that your body can adapt using alien materials from the planet, and it merges with your DNA, which is a brand new thing. So you no longer need to upgrade your suits and apparatus. You need to adapt and kind of upgrade your DNA in a way. And you will need to do certain aspects of the story before you can move on to newer areas. Beside that, you also have things called biomods, which has an active and a passive one to help you along your journey. And I will be honest, this game doesn't hold your hand like Subnautica Below Zero did. I feel it's quite challenging, finding resources, handling oxygen. It's not a walk in the park. You have to problem solve all the time. But honestly, that's my kind of thing. I really love it, and that's why I love the first one too. You really just had to read all the entries, figure out what you had to do, and just, it was kind of a big puzzle. Even though I had played the first Subnautica, and it does help having some of the knowledge of the first game, this game is quite new enough to keep it challenging. I had to find out how to make things, what they did, where to find them, and just trying to figure out what the hell is happening on this world. Because once you crash land, you basically have nothing to help you out, and you have to find everything. You do get help from Noah that does give you some things you need to check out to move along with the story. A bit the same thing as the distress signals you get in the first game. But that AI printed you so you can find the other pioneers that also crash landed on this planet. I'm gonna be honest, after 5 hours, I'm still trying to figure out the story, and it's a lot of some pieces of the story, and I still don't have a full idea of what the story is about, so you get to discover it too. One of the biggest changes they made that made my gameplay so much more enjoyable is being able to craft from lockers in the same space as the fabricator. And the cool thing is, they also made it harder because not all items can be crafted in the fabricators, and you will need other machines, which again adds new layers to creating things and moving along with the story. They also added currents into the ocean that makes discovering the ocean a fun thing to do or a scary thing to do, depending on how you look at it. Do have been enjoying it because it feels so new. That's the thing about Subnautica 2. I feel like I know the game, but I also don't know the game. It's so fresh and so new, still as addictive as the first one. And these currents are not only a way of transportation, but will later help you providing energy to your base. Now talking about the fauna, there is quite a new species. Basically everything is new. I didn't come across anything I've seen before in the first game. My favorites are these little crabs that just sit on the ocean floor. They just look cute. There's not much you can do with them, but you know what? It just feels like the world is lived in. I do feel like the ocean is much more populated than the first one, but honestly, I haven't been that far. I'm still at the beginning area. I'm still a bit scared of traversing the ocean. My biggest issue right now with the game is the oxygen. It's driving me insane. I'm not sure I'm the only person that has the issue, but if you also have that issue, please let me know. So you start with 45 oxygen, which is I think a bit similar to the first game, and you can upgrade your oxygen tank once, which gives you 75 instead of 45. But I played for 5 hours, and if I have to hear 30 seconds or oxygen one more time, I'm going to have a tantrum about it. I was already having a tantrum while playing it. Oxygen. Yeah, oxygen. I'm working on it. Oxygen. She is really pressing me about this, isn't she? Oxygen. How about you shush? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. How about you go suck a dick, computer? I'm feeling quite stuck, especially finding things. You have to go quite deep, and then you always get like 30 seconds or oxygen, and then you gotta find oxygen bubbles or things. I don't know. I think it makes it harder, which is fun, but also really annoying. Not sure yet what it is more. It's more of a challenge of more an annoyance. But yeah, so far it's been really a joy. I love going to places, discovering suddenly new path I haven't figured out first. Yeah, honestly, again, I get to play Subnautica 2 multiple times while I kind of help along with the development and see what the dev will change, updates. I don't know. To me, that's a great deal. I am very happy about that. So let me know, have you played Subnautica 2 already? Will you pick it up? What are your expectations? I did get some bits of the story. I'm really interested. I have no idea where it's going. So that's a very nice thing. I just want to know what's going on. So I've played the game on Twitch. So if you're interested in seeing me play the game further, you can always check it out. I leave it in the description so you can follow me there too. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I see you in my next one. Goodbye.